I think we're live. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. Y'all are
Yeah,
getting ready
we're
to start the
definitely live.
day. It's 10
We
o'clock.
are
It's only
live.
9:30, 9:25 here in Albuquerque. I don't know how old you are. She's probably what, 11:30?
Yeah.
Feeling a little
Um,
antsy today.
Everybody seems to be having a little antsy in their pantsies. Didn't mean it that way, but you know what I just before we start, we skipped something about Dusty the other day, Joe.
His,
are you
na-
gonna
his
share?
name
You
is
have time to
Yeah,
share?
his name is Dusty Johnson. He's a Republican in the House. He plans to introduce legislation to help Trump take back control of the Panama Canal. And I think we should take
Wait,
it
is
back.
he on wait, he's part of our team?
Yeah, yes, he sure is.
What's his name again?
Dusty Johnson.
Dusty Johnson.
That's his name, man.
He's got a Dusty Johnson. Oh, what a name to grow up with.
He's a South Dakota Republican.
Only in South Dakota, sure. Okay. So I'm just making fun of his name, people.
Well, it's
Funny.
I think we should do it because we used to run the canal, then we give it back to them, and they give control over to China. No, because China's now charging everybody, including us, even more to
It's a
go through it,
drug
and we
thing.
built it. There's no reason we should ever pay more to go through that canal than anybody else because we built it. No matter what they say.
I don't
Sorry.
understand where humanity gets an idea of we should own, it's ours. The Gulf of America. Please, for the love of God, Trump, if you fucking change the name, I will disown you. That's
Don't
ridiculous. It is
change
the
it. I
Gulf
don't
of
want to
Mexico.
change it.
We can do what we wish with it
Yeah,
because we own 65% of those waterways.
that's right. We do.
That's over 50. But we
Mhm.
don't have to change the name. Okay? Let's not confuse the history books. I find
Let's
this,
not.
it's fucking stupid. And
It
people
is.
actually believe this. Right, let's
I,
take a word, because that's all they do. Trump, I hate the fact that I get a million messages saying me and JD Vance were talking about you. Are you fucking any better, Trump? How do you have these numbers out, this 558 number who text me, and you're telling us that we're invited personally to the inauguration? This little P, me and Joe? Stop. Stop using the word merch. It does not exist in the human language.
I
Not
don't
in
even know what
any
it fucking
language.
means. I don't know what it means.
It's merchandise,
Oh,
which is a
that's stupid.
horrible, it's a Jewish fucking word, people. Merchandise, merchandise. That you guys don't even know what it means. It's not what you're selling to other people in America. So all those that are selling mega merchandise have no fucking clue what they're doing. Merchandise is international.
It's anything. Merchandise is anything being
It's
sold.
meant to be international, not national. So don't say, I mean, unless you're selling mega shit to China, I don't want to fucking hear the word merch. Stupid people, including Trump's fucking writers. Fuck you. Sick of that shit. Stop taking ownership. Nobody owns anything. God does. I
Well,
can't even imagine that I'm the person to say this. I shouldn't be the person to say this.
the,
I haven't been religious for decades.
but say under America's control of the canal, we weren't killing everybody with the price to get their goods through the canal. We weren't killing people. They are.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that we shouldn't take control of these things. I keep saying that it's a drug, it's all drugs. That's what we're trying. And it just happenstance the
Mhm.
other day, me, I hardly read any paper that I see um in the news about a big bust of all these different types of drugs. I don't think it was just one drug. And it was over $2 or $3 million worth of drugs. Who stopped them? Trump did. Q did. God, stop with the fashionista, though. I'm
Can I
so
can I
sick of it. I'm
share?
so sick of it. Isn't it
Can I
enough
share it
that you
real quick?
live on a fucking golden farm with a golden fucking toilet, shitting in a golden bowl? That you wearing golden ties, selling golden sneakers, that you gotta fucking tell us the word is merch, Trump? This guy ain't perfect, people, but he's all we got to work with.
Yeah,
That's all I'll say about that.
yeah.
Fuck off. You want me to be a moderator? I'm gonna moderate perfectly. Sorry, Joe. I'm in a
That's
really
all right.
mood.
You have to get it
I
out
can't
there.
stand certain things, and I know I'm right about them. That's the
Hmm.
problem. I know I'm correct in my verbiage, which isn't verbiage, which isn't great, but you ain't gonna tell me certain things matter. Don't call it the Gulf of America, even if we own it's in our
Yeah,
history books. You want to mess it up even more than they fucking did? Fuck off. So stupid.
right.
Go on. I'm
I got
sorry.
you. No worries.
Did you share?
I'm doing it now.
Good. I'm just the more I read, people are really I'm very happy that most of the comments that I'm reading about these houses on fire in California, nobody gives a fucking shit about. Nobody gives a fucking shit about you celebrities. I'm very happy to hear and read that. I mean, you'll have people say even, well, I feel bad for the regular people. Well, what's the difference? Right? Aren't celebrities regular people? Aren't they supposed to be regular people?
Yeah,
No. We
you
know
would
they're not.
think. No, they're
We
not.
know they're not. There are some celebrities that just never got involved with it, but did they know? They knew. So how good are they? Of course they had to like not get their uh children taken, or that's another thing, right? With that movie Taken, right? Was he famous? Why did they take his daughter? I'm
There,
just like,
I
I
don't
don't
know why
remember
they
it.
took that. I think it was just she was a tourist. She
Right,
was
why take his daughter?
right, just a
Taking
tourist.
Ivanka, that might be something.
Hmm.
But taking some piece of shit girl, who the hell cares? Going into sex trade, it happens daily. So who the fuck are you? What I'm trying to suggest is everybody is equal. Everybody, including fucking Trump. And he should not be teaching the American children the word merch that does not exist. It's ebonics.
Hmm.
And stop having your fucking people text me crazy shit that I am so special and then ask for money. What is he waiting for somebody to say this should be illegal? Because it should be fucking illegal. After the election, people, you want to donate during the election? That's one thing. After the election, leave me the fuck alone. We don't like what Merchant's doing, Judge Merchant. You could get into that in a second. We don't like what he's doing, but that has nothing to do with money, not our money. It means that this guy deserves to be in jail. And that might be our tax money, but fine, that's tax money well spent. But I ain't giving you another fucking dime. We know what the fucking Nasara's coming from. We know it. Like, money doesn't matter. When are you going to teach the people this? But buy my merchandise. Fuck you and your fucking stink ass merchandise. It all sucks.
Hmm.
Who the fuck cares? Wearing MAGA is a difference than wearing the word Trump. And people, the left are right about this. The left are right. You're putting his name on you as if he's some fucking god. He's not
Yep.
God. And in fact,
Right.
he's not even the one that thought of this shit up. Start giving respect to where respect is due. And that is Q. That is the military. That is whoever fucking started this. Flynn and who's the other one? In the 60s, 70s. Trump was just a babe.
He's the face. Trump's the face.
That's all he is.
Yep. He's the face.
I just don't, I mean, and to believe to believe that this man can gain and lose weight, can dye his hair and undye his hair, can change his smirks, can change his voice ever so slightly, can go 100 times up and down a fucking flight of stairs up to his own plane, travel halfway around the world half the time, half the day, and give fucking speeches. You're out of your fucking minds, people. You cannot be that dumb. Because you see it doesn't mean it's so. Trump did every single speech. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Can your 65-year-old grandma make it up the fucking stairs, you morons? Maybe Jack
Yes.
LaLanne, like people like that. God, I mean, nobody's thinking. I'm so sick of waiting for the world to open up. And it also means that people of my sort are not pushing it enough. That's why I'm here yelling at you today. And I am yelling because I am pissed.
Oh, so
Time to wake up, my friends.
yes.
Having Trump in office is just is a big part of the plan, actually. But it's minute compared to so many other things. All right. What were you going to say about Judge Merchant?
Well,
Merchan.
he sentenced Trump today.
Juan Merchan. That's not even a fucking Spanish fucking name.
It's not.
Merchan?
No,
What the fuck is
Merchan is
that?
not
It
a
sounds
Spanish
fucking
name,
German mixed with Spanish or
but Juan
Yiddish or
is.
something. It doesn't make sense.
Juan is Spanish for John.
Well, I know what Juan is.
Merchan, no, that's not a Spanish
It's
name that
not
I
a
know.
Spanish name.
It's not one that I know.
What is the
I've never
joke
heard it.
here already? Let us in on the joke already.
Yeah, well, he sentenced him to 36 felonies, no time in prison. 36 felonies gives you it's
Maybe you need
mandatory
one of the
time.
felonies.
It's mandatory time in jail the way the law right is written. 34 felonies at one time. Get the fuck out of here. This guy is so crooked. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's
Not even
time
that
for
he's
that we
crooked. He's
start
not
calling for
real.
these. It's time for that we start calling for a tar and feathering of these judges. They shouldn't be in office.
No,
That man should not be in office.
no, no.
Merchan is bad, bad, bad. I can't put this up there. God damn.
Oh, I'm getting my anger out and everybody's angry.
Yeah. So it just doesn't make any sense because there's no sentence for for this
No,
guy.
that is
This you don't
that's
do that.
my
You can't do that.
point. If it doesn't make sense, people, it ain't true.
Right. I'm gonna
If it, do- how can somebody get 36 felonies and not be arrested? Felonies. Joe's son is in jail for trying to protect himself, but he has a felony on him for shooting a gun on the highway. Even though the guy was trying to get him off that very said highway, at least 4 times, if not more, that poor Justin can remember. And he's a felon. This kid that was on his way to work.
right. Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, guys, he isn't true. Listen, what did his daughter did something too, right? She took money or something.
Well, yeah, she was part of the DNC. And they were taking money to try to destroy Trump. That's what their whole thing was. Destroy Trump.
They
Both
don't,
her
you
and
see,
her daddy.
I think
Merchan.
what people are not actually getting here is that you're not destroying Trump. They're not trying to destroy Trump. They're
No,
destroying our nation. And yes,
they're
Trump can say, but
destroying
I
us.
am standing
We
in front of it. Yeah, Trump, God bless you, okay?
no,
If you didn't have so much money and so many actors and so many kids, that know all law, maybe anybody else could have done it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of seeing Trump's face on all this shit. Just get him fucking in office, get this shit done, and moving on. Tell the truth to the people. It's been way too long for you to still be gallivanting, Trump. Stop with the judge. He's dead. We know he's dead. There ain't nobody living and giving you 36 felonies and you still walking around. I mean, are people this stupid? Are people so stupid to believe that California is on fire because a cigarette? What are you thinking?
No,
What are you
no way,
thinking?
man.
Somebody threw a cigarette 5 miles
Yeah.
that way, another 15 miles that way, and a good 60 miles that way to cause all these different fires.
Nope.
It's
No.
time for the Trump administration and Q and the military to tell us the truth. We are sick of it. We are
Well,
so these hints, the
yeah, hey,
hints
you
are
know what?
driving us mad.
Why did the fires, why did the insurance companies cancel all fire insurance 3 months before these fires started?
Yes, that's true. That was another thing. I did hear that too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say
And
that Trump is not the end all. He isn't because Trump doesn't have, he's not going to live till, he might live till the age of Carter, but you think he's going to be able to do what he's doing? Well, of course he can because he's got 20 fucking actors. People, wake up. He ain't going to be doing it though. He ain't. And fuck me if Vance does it because he'll. Did Vance retire? He retired from
well,
Senate?
well, yeah, he had to become the vice president.
No, I know that, but he did it already, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he is the vice president, so he had to already. They have to fill his spot.
Why Trump? Why even pick? Why? Don't tell me we didn't have enough good people that you couldn't pick somebody that we knew. Who is this alien kid that made up a fucking story that people believed enough to buy Netflix for a day or a month? How much did Netflix make off of Mega? Are you guys retarded? Oh, Trump says so, so let's do it. No, he's trying to smack your asses in a fucking. But you know what, Trump? I'm telling you, it's not fucking working. Your hints are not good enough for the lay people. It's confusing the best of conspiracists and it's making some of us pissed off. So ridiculous. I can't. I just want to stop already. People believe that there's still wildfires. Come dumb. How dumb are you? And how
Well, it's the
dumb for the
wind that took over the
administration, for
fire, I
Trump's
think.
administration, excuse me, for Trump's administration
It's Go ahead. No, I just wanted to
it's
say
really
about the
dumb for Trump's administration to keep it going as if it was wildfires. How do you explain that afterwards? Oh, we lied to you because we thought it would be better for you. Really? That's what you're going to tell the people? People that believe they can handle it? We can handle it already.
yes.
I'm personally speaking out to Trump and his foolish regime that don't know how to still saying, well, you're important. You're invited honorably to our inauguration because, me and JD Vance were talking in the corner. Who fucking writes this shit? Fire them immediately. Sorry. I will tell tales from both sides. Because that's why I'm an independent. I could give a shit about Republicans and conservatives or Democrats and libtards. I could give two fucking craps about any of them. This is about humanity. This is about life and us enjoying it. And people like myself and Joe have to fucking be damned, but hopefully saving the future children. If you don't get that by now, I don't know. It just I'm sick to my stomach. Joe, you could go on with the news. I think I'm yelled out.
Crazy shit. Crazy
I'm just
shit.
oh, and it's wonderful now. The military did nothing about those drones. And one of the drones happened to hit, I believe it was a Californian flight, a plane. Did you hear that, Joe?
Say that again. I was in a bad spot.
A drone actually hit a plane.
What? Really? I did
Yeah.
not hear that. And no news has come across my feed on that. Really? That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look for that when I get out of here.
Yeah. Um, I think it was a Californian flight or something. I think
Huh.
it was a jet plane. I'm pretty sure it was a jet plane. Um,
Hit a plane. What did they do to the guy that was flying the drone? Nothing?
Joe, you know me, I didn't read it. I just barely saw it when I woke up this morning. I was hoping you would have seen it, but we'll find it later. You'll find it later because I can't read this shit. To me, it's all make believe. And God help me if I'm wrong, then we are fucked. That's really what it comes down to, people. If I'm wrong, the world is fucked
Yeah.
because there ain't no um Trump trying to help us, or there ain't no Q, or there ain't no military if I'm wrong, right? If conspiracists are wrong, we're fucked. I can't stand the wording. My father's fucking rolling around in his grave teaching people Ebonics. I get it. I get it from Trump. Buy our merch. I've never heard him say that once from his voice, from his own esophagus, because he knows it's not a word. So why fucking put it in writing? When you put shit in writing, it makes it more, what's the word? Not
Real.
valuable.
Real?
Say in a court of law, if you're having a verbal conversation over the phone, somebody's harassing you, they're bitching you out like me. Like I'm like, ah, you fucking mother, it doesn't, it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as useful as a text message saying, I'm gonna burn down your house or fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. If it's a text message, if it's in writing, it's more valuable. It's more, what's the word, Joe? Come on, you worthless piece of shit. You need somebody that knows vocabulary because my vocabulary isn't. It is and it isn't. I don't know. It's more in law, it's more, I just had the fucking word. You can use it in law more. Apprehensible, not apprehensible. Admissible. It's admissible, more admissible in law. Thanks, Joe.
Admissible in court. That's
Yes,
what
because
you're.
he repeats everything I say when I finally get it right.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not your fault. I'm in a bitchy mood.
Just trying to maneuver into the lane.
Yes, it's very hard for you to drive after 60 years of knowing how to. I hate excuses. I'm done with excuses, people.
There's a lot of freaking traffic today. Sorry. I'm
No, I'm not talking about you. Well, I was, but I'm not really talking about you. I'm
weird.
just don't with the excuses anymore, people. Stop with the lying. No lying, no excuses, because you're not gonna fucking advance. You're not gonna advance. If people know you're lying, or that's what I'm afraid of with Trump. Because Trump had tons of attacks on him, but not the ones we saw. And I
We didn't
really
see a lot
believe
of it.
that none of us are going to know it in our time. We're going to find out 100 years down the line in some kid's textbook or tablet book or something that this was all fake. And this is why we had to trick humanity. Well, I'm sorry if you're going to be stupid enough to be tricked.
You guys got anything for me to say to the FBI?
Drones will take over your job.
It's a
I
good
am
one. I like that.
really in a mood, people. I'm sorry. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Ellen. Helen's like, bye. Yeah, well, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn the hard way, Ellen. That's just it. People don't believe it, but it's true. Just a political hack, waste of time and taxpayers' dollars. What, Merchant, Mama? What is Cass so pissed off about this morning? Yeah, I know. I know about I because I don't like when Trump says I am very special and him and JD Vance were talking about me. Who the fuck believes that? Except for maybe Charlie Kirk and Benny Johnson and all these guys that became famous overnight. Like our Elon Musk. Really? Stop. Oh my God. People, we're being helped. And I don't even mean just by humanity. We are not just being helped by the human race. And I don't give a shit if you don't believe it. You got to be dumb as shit not to see it. There's actors and clones and things we don't know of, and hundreds of years of
All
technology
right,
advanced.
here we go. Drones are gonna take over your job, you crooked fuckers.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Get
Huh?
used to it. Get used to it, my friends. All right? These people are not going to no longer be needed. Why would we need the FBI when we can have a robot go in to a fire and save a little girl, or a robot go into a house, a drug house, hopefully, which we won't have anymore, and save, arrest or get these people on their knees and save everything else. We're not gonna, I mean, this is the technology we are up to, and we are well, actually, I mean, I don't care what you see about Tesla, there's more. There's much, much, much more.
Or just cars.
Ellen, I don't want you to be mad at me, hun. I'm mad, so I'm just venting. I actually read what you said before, Ellen. What?
She's mad, I tell ya. Just fucking around.
Plane fighting LA fires out of service after colliding with drone. That's what it was. Now, if a drone can be as big as 6 feet or more, they were reporting, why don't these things have water in them? You telling me you can't put in some kind of baggie like we use in space and fill it up with water and just drop it over? That we need planes? I guarantee that they can hold us so much, weight, and every little bit counts. I don't know. That JD Vance man, he's wearing makeup. What the fuck? Who wears a beard like that in office? I've never seen it except for Lincoln. Who does that? It's a disrespect. That's what I might be old fashioned, but that's disrespectful to me. He looks like a fucking clown with eyeliner. Ugh. Man, your wife would have been
No
a better.
military man I ever knew
It's
wore
fucking girly.
makeup like that unless he was, hey,
He's emo or something. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that is.
U.S. employment dips to 4.1%.
I
That's
don't
good
like
news.
it. Still
This
don't
is
like
for people that don't believe that Google is okay now, because I've only been saying it for like 2 fucking years, maybe more. Boeing and Google donate 1 million each for Trump's inauguration. Fuck you. I'm sick of repeating myself. That's what it is. And of course, we just got a little show and we got a few friends and whatever. But there's a reason why we haven't grown. Listen, if I came out in a fucking um USA bikini with a hot body, which is getting there, at 3 in the morning, I still wouldn't get the views that other people get. And you know why? Because I'm right. Because this is a you have to know somebody to get in here. It's just because they won't let me talk. They won't let it out. Musk doubts likelihood of 2 trillion federal spending cut. Really? Money. Canada pledges 440 million, excuse me, 440 million to Ukraine, bringing total aid to 19.5 billion. We must be up to trillions. We have to be up to a trillion to Ukraine's giving money to Ukraine. Trump advisory says National Security Council officials to resign by 12:01 on January 20th. Well, there you go. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I got one more thing. I got one more thing to tell you real quick before I get out of here. We were going to talk about real quick, and that was our boy Leo Terrell has been appointed into Trump's cabinet.
Terrell,
Yes,
as
he
what?
will be the senior counsel to Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights in the United States Department of Justice. I wanted him to be in the administration already. Oh
Where
shit,
is he from? Did you say he was from Dakota? Was it North or South Dakota?
California.
Oh, he's from Cali?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't somebody from South Dakota? Oh, that was Dusty. I hate fucking remembering all this shit. I'm so done with it. God help me. If this is our last live, then so be it. Ex-official warns Elon Musk. What? Elon Musk's ex? Ex is another torture. I can't. I tried to go on it yesterday just for shits and giggles, and I couldn't wait to get off of it. It's a terrible app. It is the most unfriendly human app out there. What did you make it for the robots, Elon? I am not even kidding. So ridiculous. You have a great I know you don't want to copy off of someone like Zuckerberg. Don't worry, Zuckerberg didn't create it. Right? Take the fucking app. Uh Nothing competes. Not I don't care if you like Gab or Twitter or whatever. Nothing competes with Facebook. You have to take the ingenuity of it and redecorate it and tweak it. All right? And start the fuck over. I know I'm in a very nasty mood. Well, I don't like when Trump emails me and tells me that I've been picked to go to his inauguration. It sounds like the fucking lies from the left. What are you going to pay
It
me money
is. That's
too?
not Trump sending you no fucking invite.
It's his fucking text messages, mama. It's his text messaging number that he used the whole time he was fucking out there rallying. It's the same fucking no. You want me to read them? The stupidity that is? And you could be mad at me. Be mad. 88022. That's his fucking text number. This is an important message regarding my sentencing. Read now. It's Trump, and I'd love to hear from you. We're holding your golden Trump ticket for 1 hour. This is the same fucking number he had on his podium, okay?
Hey guys,
Stop.
I got to split, man. Have a great day. I love you all. Thanks for being
You
here.
too, kiddo.
Hope you have a great day.
Peace out. Sell some
Peace
cause.
out. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Sign my
Yep.
petition. That I would do, Trump, okay? You want me to sign any fucking petition? I'm up to that. Stop what you're doing now. This is what Trump's. Stop what you're doing now. There's only 24 hours left. I have to click on to find out what for. All right. And I get the same bullshit in my emails.
Okay, well, let's put it this way.
It's
That is
garbage.
not actually Trump
No,
texting
it's
you.
his.
Those are
I
fucking.
said his administration. I said his administration. I did. But Trump shouldn't allow it either. It's
Maybe you
lies.
don't know about it. Did you ever think of that?
No, because you'd have to be a stupid ass man not to know what your administration is doing, especially when it comes to writing, as if I just didn't explain that writing is more applicable in court. So I could sue him for all this garbage. It's fake. And this is what the shit we're trying to get away from, Mama. I'm sorry. Listen, if he's not smacking you in the face saying, wake the fuck up, people, even I can do shit wrong, because he's not God. He's trying to teach us a lesson. And all of us just flutter around it, but it's Trump, it's Trump, it's Trump. No! Any
Oh,
man
I never
can be
bought
wrong.
into any of that
No, I know you
shit. I
didn't.
never bought into any of that shit.
A lot of the people that watch our show, listen to the show, they don't buy into it either. But it's time, a massive wake-up call. It's time. My nerves are like, I'd rather die at this point. Fuck helping
Uh-huh.
everybody.
Have you heard these words that you just said before recently from somebody you love?
No.
It was me, Dizzy.
What? Oh, no, 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 no.
I couldn't give two flying figs if I saw tomorrow because I am so sick and tired of all the lies, the bullshit,
All right, yeah,
the
you did. I know you
nonsense.
said that, but that's not where I was getting that from. No, I give up. I don't, I just give up. I give up. I mean, even Alan just showed me. You can't take criticism. Well, how the fuck are you going to wake up? If you can't take a little bit of criticism from someone that knows better, because I worked around some of these people for at least 3 or 4 years of my life. And they're doing it to Trump. They're making Trump out to be this person that he's not. I'm sick of it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that guy needs to deflate his ego a little bit,
Who?
Trump.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people have been saying that from the beginning. Twitter, but you see, I honestly believe he did, and he was told to do this for a reason. And it's to wake people up because he isn't above the law. There is no presidential immunity. It makes no sense because the Constitution clearly states if a person, a man, they probably call it man, which it incorporates women, right? Commits treason in this country, the penalty is death. They don't say unless you're a senator, unless you're Abe Lincoln, right? Unless you're Mama Helen. No, they don't say this. They don't say unless you're president, the president of the United States. This is shit that the Illuminati got into your heads because they needed it. They needed the 25th Amendment to work. Because what if they voted in the wrong president and that president and that staff was doing the wrong shit? They needed a way to get them out and make it look legal to trick everybody.
Yeah, meanwhile, it looks like everybody's just sitting on their hands because even though we know Biden's a fake, yet he supposedly pardoned his son. Now, how do you pardon somebody that's not guilty?
Right. He's not guilty. He pardons him. But not only that, Biden himself in 50 years or more caused treason. I don't think there's anybody on this planet, well, except for real libtards, that don't realize that he caused treason. How could somebody treasonous excuse felonies of somebody else that's treasonous. It doesn't make sense. He can't, it doesn't work. Plus,
And this whole Trump,
Hunter is international. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. He's an international criminal. He just didn't do crimes here in America. He's been over to the Ukraine. He's been all over the place, I'm sure. Sleeping with perverts and kids and whatnot. Taking drugs, their drugs in that country. But yet we excuse him here in America? Please, I'm done. I'm done. My husband's calling me. Don't call me right now, John. He's probably like, are you okay? He's pretty sure I was sick last night. Because I was just like, it was like warm in the house and I was cold all night.
well, he's probably hearing your rant. And he's probably starting to get a little concerned.
The first time? I doubt it. No.
No, but you went on. I mean, I turned on this thing this morning, and you looked like you were ready to rip, and sounded like somebody was ready to rip you ready to rip somebody's fucking head off. And that's why I texted, what has gotten Cass so pissed off this morning? Because
I'm just tired of this. In 10 days, he's going to be president, and I'm still getting stupid notifications like that and emails. And I really need him to explain JD Vance. Where did this man come from? I absolutely.
And where did he go? And then all of a sudden popped up yesterday.
Yeah, with a nose surgery. What was he doing? Coke? I mean, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do not like JD Vance. There's something not right about that whole situation. The man who actually had a blood company. Look it up, people. It's as easily as Googling it. Google is on our side for years now. Okay. He owned a blood company. No. Does that say I would want to know if anybody read or watched his stupid movie. Does it say anything about that in his book, in his documentary, autobiography?
I don't know. I don't get that. I didn't pay to see that stupid movie. And
Exactly. See, this is conspiracists. This is the difference between people that are awake and people still sleeping.
And I have a gut feeling, and you know my gut, but I think he's going to do to him exactly what Pence did to him. Shaft him right in the ass.
It could be. I don't know what that thing is, but it's just, it annoys me till no end. That people believe in bullshit. Elon Musk, the Prince of Africa, South Africa, came out of nowhere and became a billionaire. I mean, this is storybook time. I don't understand how people believe that this guy out of nowhere became the most richest person in the world with a bachelor's degree of science. And that this guy, JD Vance, this piece of shit nobody with a piece of shit wife. God, I hate his wife. Disgusting fools. They don't even act like a married couple. They don't.
And she's not American either.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's the point of that? To show that we can accept others that aren't. I would have preferred Byron. What's his name? Byron Johnson, the black guy, as vice president from Florida. I would have preferred him than a guy wearing fucking makeup. He's fake. There's something not right about him. And it's another way to see, like, well, did people wake up? No, they're still paying $5 to anti-Netflix, anti-Trump Netflix. They're paying $5 because, JD Vance put his fucking movie on there, which is probably fake as shit. Oh, but it's such a heartwarming story. Are you
You want to
you're
know
all
something?
naive. You're naive.
I never even heard of him until Trump dropped his name.
Right? That's the point. Nobody knew Elon Musk until 8 years ago. The prince of, I keep saying it because it's a storybook, people. And they're waiting for
Well,
you to wake
they're
up. And if
trying.
you don't wake up, nothing continues. Sorry, Mama, what?
Um, everybody's saying that if it wasn't for Musk, Trump wouldn't have won. Now,
Bullshit. He was just, okay, what Elon Musk is part of our military. That's it. He's part of our military. He is nothing, nobody. I don't care if he has 50 children. They're either all fake, all actors. There is no guy
take
named
it, Terrell.
Elon, or there might have been at one time because we know his mother was Illuminati, but he's dead now. Gone. Under with the fishes that fucking Newsom saved in California. Who believes that? Who
The smell.
believes that they tore down 3 dams to save a fishy? A tiny little fishy. No.
That are useless to us.
Right? No, because it's untrue. They did it for other reasons. We know that. And it was the good guys that did it. Why? Because we needed to burn down all the stench. There is bad shit there. Good morning, Brother Reb. Do you remember? Do you remember, Robert, when they burned New Rochelle? Didn't they burn somewhere upstate New York? If I'm correct, it might have been New Rochelle. They got rid of it. They had it closed off. Why? And is it by the Finger Lakes? That I'm not sure of. You know, I suck at geography. But I want to know. There were other parts of the US that were closed. They called them sanctuaries. They weren't sanctuaries, people. They were us. They were the good guys working under the disguise of other shit happening. They were saving children and sex traffickers. And I have no idea why we aren't letting this out yet. We're in a safe mode where we know Trump is, I mean, he's a felon, but yet he's going to be president. Who fucking believes this massive shit? Please, it's a fucking story. This is why I'm upset. I'm hurting for this fucking world.
Well, what if you want my opinion? I did see a video yesterday, and I did send it to you. I sent it to Joe. That they want to make a smart city in Los Angeles, which in all actuality is you got 15 minutes to do everything that you have to do. And if the land is all burnt and everything is destroyed, they don't have to knock down the houses. The land is free and clear. The fire burnt everything up. Another concept I've come up with is, I don't know if you want to believe it or not, that these are all the fuckers that were involved with Diddy.
Yeah.
And if all their shit is burnt, there's no evidence.
Right. Well, yeah, okay, see that makes sense too, but it they would have prepared themselves better. We would have known that they had movers taking shit out, you know, their some of their paintings, golds, you know, pet stuff, whatever. We would have known. It's the good guys burning down the bad shit because there is no other way to get rid of it. And you have James Woods agreeing, because why not? Because he knows Nasera exists. He knows that a house is nothing compared to a human life.
Right, just like the stupid idiot that has a podcast. She's saying how dangerous it is there and she has to leave. Then why are you fucking videotaping your exit?
They're making themselves popular again.
Oh, please. You know, these fucking people. Like I said, we've discussed this several times that we need to see these suckers swinging like a pendulum.
I agree.
Fuck that bullshit. People will not be able to take it. Well, if you can't take it, then fucking kill yourself.
Thank you, Mama Helen. This is my point. This is why I'm so pissed already. I'm still seeing old age shit, and I shouldn't be. You got California burning, regardless if it's the good or bad guys. At least we know that half of the celebrities are evil. Like you said, Diddy
Okay.
partners. They're probably tunnels. There's no way to get rid of these tunnels that have succumbed to drugs and sex and manipulation. The Navy itself did a research on the dollar bill. They found meth and coke and feces on a $1 bill that was in circulation for a couple years. What's in these tunnels, people? Death and destruction and you can't, there's no other way but to burn the shit out of it. So I agree with you partly there, Mama, but I think it's the good guys. There is no way the bad guys have any control because who picked up this huge truck of $3 million worth of candy? Coke or whatever it was, right? Who did that? Not Mayorkas, right? Not Garland, not Biden, not Kamala. None of them did it. So who did it?
You
Who
know what
got
else
P.
I find
Diddy?
funny? You know what else I find funny? I was looking at a lot of film on these fires, and it's exactly the way the Hawaii fires were. The trees weren't burned. Um, there was a car sitting underneath a tree that was melted to the ground. Now, how come the tree that the car was under did not collapse on top of that car? That the trees weren't burned, shrubbery wasn't burned. It's all laser fucking bullshit. Now they're trying to say that some immigrant started this fire. You're
Right.
gonna tell me that he started a fire with a fucking match or a cigarette or whatever,
Alan,
and it
Alan,
contained it contained the whole fucking city of Los Angeles.
Alan, I'm not saying you're naive. Listen, you're the type of person that listens. At least you can listen. And you may not agree, and that's fine. But there's so many people that won't even give it a chance. I'm not really particularly talking about the people in our group because the people in our group are more awake. Even if they don't realize they're awake, they are more awake. They understand the sex trafficking. They understand that P. Diddy and Epstein and all this shit existed. I'm really not yelling at you guys. I'm yelling at our administration. They need to press go. Step on it. Get the $200. Step on the gas. Go forward. Because like Mama Helen's
Okay,
saying
another
too,
thing.
she's sick of it too. We're sick of the
They
lies.
have
We're not
all this
children.
proof. They have all this proof of these suckers doing wrong, but yet nothing was ever done about it.
Nothing that we know of that was ever done about it. I think things were done about it. Hence the burning of California, which I hope everybody's out of safely that matters. I mean,
Right, fuck all the documents, fuck all the furniture, all the shit that you wasted all that money on uh that you took that wasn't legitimate. Get your
boom.
pets and get the fuck out of there.
Money that isn't legitimate just hit home. Thank you, Mama. You see, you definitely understand why I'm pissed because we're waiting too long. All right. I know they've been waiting 60 fucking years, 70 years. Who's the one that's on Telegram? Reb, you'll know the old I always forget his name. Not McCarthy, Mackin McInerney. I believe he's been waiting the longest. And he says things like, well, we have to see if we trust Trump or not. And that was like years ago, but he knows. He put Trump there. Trump knew before the 2000s that he was going to run for president. Can you fucking imagine? So all those people that make fun of him and his bone spurs and not being called out for the draft, he has sure made up his, because he had to allow clones. He had to allow actors. Do you understand? It's not just Trump. Please, there is no old man going up and down these fucking flights of stairs, giving 2-hour speeches by himself in 5 different areas in one day. It doesn't happen. And then going home and saying, kissing Barron goodnight on the head. I'm not even, have any of you had a parent? God. They don't even think the same, right? Does I mean, you got people like Helen and Mac and Joe who are in their 60s and know how to use what these kids are using nowadays. But did you ever see Trump with the tablet? I mean, does he know how
Nope.
to use a cell phone? Like, can he play Candy Crush? Did he really tweet, or did somebody else do it for him? And on that, did he make a mistake with Kofefefe? Remember Kofefefe? Kofefefe,
Kofefi.
Kofefefe,
Kofefi.
whatever. Was it COV? He messaged COV before COVID came out. COVEFEF, which is iron in the blood. Was he trying to give us a warning about COVID? Is that plausible? Well, the people that are awake knew to look for something, not the people that are still sleeping. Let me read what Reb says. So he says New Paltz, Poughkeepsie, that's right, Poughkeepsie, area in 3 different areas. I don't know the other one though. Maybe it was, I kept thinking New Rochelle, but whatever. They were microwaved. That's what they call it, microwaved, because if you want to kill this tree, it's inside the tree and then it burns out like a microwave. Microwave heats from the inside to the out, where like an air fryer will heat from the outside to the in, or
Hence
your oven.
5G.
Right. Well, 5G, I think the good guys got control of 5G before it became bad. Yeah. So that's what and Reb is also saying there was probably more. That is my point, guys. That there are these places that needed to be destroyed. Underground in New York, all over the place in New York, unfortunately. And
Right.
then
Remember those ships that were in New York?
I mentioned that yesterday. Yep.
There was no COVID patients on that ship. They were rescuing kids. Even in Central Park, they had tents where they were
Right.
tunneling. That's why we had the fucking earthquakes in New York.
That's right. Exactly. That's what wait till you guys find out what Black Mega really is. I'm not going to go there right now because I can't even formulate my idea correctly with that, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not even pretty sure. I know it from others. It just makes sense what it's going to be. So there was more.
Well, I look at it this way. These next 4 years that Trump is in office, we better see some shit.
That's right. Or else the plan has failed. And that's what I'm afraid of already. Maybe that's why I'm all like unlike Mac, who says he's thick-skinned, I'm all thin-skinned at this point because I just can't okay. Like I just happened to be reading something the other day about Mary Poppins. This is how disturbed I am daily, where I fucking want to cry. You find out that the little boy, there were the little girl and the little boy twins that Mary Poppins watched. The little boy did about 3 Disney movies. He died at like 21 of guess what? At 21, hepatitis. Do you understand, my friends, how horrible the shit that's been going on? This poor kid, just because he wanted to be an actor, he was picked or whatever, not he was picked by Disney. And he was probably raped God knows how many times and then destroyed with hepatitis at the age of 21, where he didn't even live.
And how much do you want to bet that Disney will not be affected in any way, shape, or form from these fucking fires? And that's the place that needs to be fucking burnt to the ground.
I will agree with you on that. It's disgusting. One of my very first videos on YouTube was me wearing an old Mickey Mouse shirt. And remember that, Mama, drawing the X on it? I thought that
Yes,
was
yes,
kind
yes,
people
yes.
said I was really sexy doing that, but it didn't get much attention. Now, hopefully you guys will go look it up,
I
because
remember,
it was
I
the truth.
remember it.
It was the truth. I knew Disney was bad for a long time. And that's really, I mean, I was like 20 when I knew that. So we're going back 30 years, almost 30 years. Because my boyfriend told me my boyfriend Carmine was really smart. He was a smart kid, man. And he's still my friend today. He's still my friend, even and John's friend. But he was like, why would you watch Disney when all their movies are stolen? They're stolen from books. Me being the daughter of an English teacher, I got very interested in it. And sure enough, I'm finding it. Aladdin and the George of the Jungle, all these things are twisted. They're tweaked from the real savageness of the actual stories. Fantasia, right? They're actually twisted to be nice for kids. Why take evil, disgusting stories, Disney, instead of creating your own?
And
With
there's all subliminal messages in these Disney movies
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I told you they tried that with one of the systems. I think it was the Nintendo system. Subliminal messaging causing seizures for kids because it wasn't working right. I'm sorry. I am in a
And
mood.
you do know that these Illuminati motherfuckers, they do connect with other evil pedos and all kinds of other shit through these gaming systems. You do know that, right?
All right. So for people that never had Sony, everything about Meta and Grok and all this shit, Sony already did. Um, when I had the PlayStation 3, we had this thing called Home. It was Beta Home. Now you could put on your little Bluetooth on your ear. This is back in Brooklyn. I'm going back 15 years ago. You put your little Bluetooth in your ear and you could talk to people and hang out and create your own character and go into a virtual world, see it on TV, and talk to people around the fucking world. My husband did not like this. He did not like it. Um, well, we were dating and we were kind of new, I guess, still, but I was hanging out with people from all over the world then, before the web became and you could do things like go play pool and bowling in the virtual world. You could go swimming, you could make a new house. You could decorate the house. You could make your hair pink and your eyebrows blue. This is not, and if they were doing it 15, 20 years ago, because it was in beta, that's what they say. I guarantee the army was doing it 50 to 100 years ago. I guarantee it. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Like
That's
Dragon.
where all their code names and shit come from.
Yeah, I'd
And
say
you
so.
have to be involved. You have to get involved with the chat, okay? And you find out who's doing what, and you know their code names.
That's it. That's it. It's if we could do it as a game is what I'm suggesting. If they made it into a game, then you think our military wasn't doing it years prior?
Yeah, but they're not really communicating with the game. They're communicating with the chat.
Oh no, yeah,
This
they're
is how
learning.
they get their shit together.
They learned about us, but they were also able to use it for themselves, for other. It was like a cell phone before cell phones, even or more than walkie-talkies. More, it was more personal, you know. Uh, it's just one of those things. I wonder. Trump's brother died of. When did Trump's brother die? When Trump was in office?
I believe so.
I often wonder about that too. You know, Trump might be a good guy, but there are a lot of good guys that have brothers and sisters that are not good guys. So I often wonder
Well,
if
look at his niece. Look at his niece, for instance. She's
Trump's,
so dead against Trump that she wrote a book about him, what a
that's
slime
right.
ball he is, and everything else. You know, your family is the first to fuck you.
That's for sure. That's for sure. That's something I just keep on the back burner because I do believe, you know, nothing is perfect. It can't go all that smoothly and perfectly. All right. I think I said enough for
Didn't
today.
we decipher that Trump's brother really didn't die a couple of
That
years
was
ago?
that was another story. Yeah, because wasn't it around the same time Epstein? It was very close to other deaths. And it may have been during COVID too. Ooh, we're gonna have to think about that. We're gonna have to think. I gotta do some more. I forgot
I'm pretty sure that it came out somewhere, somehow, some way
that
that
he was
Trump's
still
brother
alive.
really didn't die. Yes.
I kind of remember that too. Yes. Yes, I do remember that. It was on Twitter. Twitter. Reb says
It
Demi
wasn't
Moore,
that he couldn't even go to his own brother's funeral because of COVID.
but he did, I think. There was arguments about it, but I think he ended up going. I'm not sure. We'll get back to that because there are a couple things I want to look up. There was something that struck me the other day, and for the life of me, I cannot remember, but I did write it down, something about Trump's brother. So, um, when things just they start
Don't
to
make sense. It makes sense.
right. Reb says Demi Moore is the worst of them. Yeah, yeah. That Aston Kutcher. I think I said it actually last night, Reb, in the chat. Aston Kutcher, whatever the fuck his name is. Get a Catholic name, you assholes. Demi. What do you half a god? You know what Demi is? A demigod. Okay, people? This is why language matters. Demigods are usually evil because we all know that gods, what we would consider demigods, are angels, right? You don't have to listen to me, listen to your Bibles. So where
And
did
Demi
this go,
Moore
Demi?
was not a female at birth either, and neither were her three daughters.
I believe it. I don't know, but I believe it. Aston Kutcher married the Ukrainian girl from the same show. I wonder if she knows.
Well, she supposedly left him because she didn't. She was finding out about his deal with Diddy and his close friendship with Diddy that she left him.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They lied even to their wives' faces, right? Like De Niro and his wife, they split up because she figured it out, right? Somebody had to approach her afterwards. Somebody had to tell her, listen, darling, you're going to need years of therapy,
Therapy.
right? Even though I don't believe in therapy, but you're going to need years of cleansing and the truth and whatnot. It's going to, and that's what they're afraid of. Fuck it. It's time. It's time. I can't wait 10 more days. I'm not going to apologize. I don't like being messaged by anybody in Trump's administration with his using his text number, any kind of bullshit. I wouldn't even open it up. The only reason I still have it is because one day I'm waiting for Trump to come out on the broadcast on the EBS system. Is it EBS, right? Emergency
Yeah.
broadcast system, and tell us all the truth. And that is what's going to happen. He has control of your bank accounts. He has control of your phones. I mean, he's not going to turn off your phone, but he will message you when he wants to.
And he's not going to say, hey, this is Trump.
Right. Well, that would be too good, wouldn't it? All right. So I'm sorry if I came off a little strong. I'm just sick of this shit. And I know many, many of plus my friend Cock, please don't laugh at his name. He's been gone since September, late September. I went on his Facebook page a couple of times, and yeah, people wishing him a happy birthday in December. His friends don't seem to know that there's something amiss. He lives, you know, thousands and thousands of miles from me. I think he's in New Zealand. I can't, there's no other way to get in touch with him. And he was the most awake person. He said he worked for the Galactic Gala, and I actually believe this shit. Because what is the galactic? Just galaxy, right? And if we have spaceships up there, if we have satellites up there, if we have Starlink, right? And we could see Starlink. I know plenty of people have seen Starlink. It's beautiful. They've taken pictures of it. It's real. So if there's that kind of that's galactic communication now, isn't it? So stop thinking like, oh my God, aliens. And I do believe in aliens, I do. But you don't have to go that far if you don't want to. But to understand that we can put shit into space and communicate with each other, that ain't too difficult. What do you think cable has been doing for years? Say goodbye to cable, people. Obsolete. They made so much money making you listen to their indoctrination shit. That's really what it was. The same with Netflix and J.D. Vance's stupid movie. I doubt it. I am so doubtful that any of it was true. I don't want to know. I don't care to know. He's a little
Just want to
weird.
know where the fuck you came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not no fucking tell-all fucking movie,
Yeah.
which I could tell you I'm wearing pink underwear when I'm not, and I'm wearing black.
Right. People, you don't know who I am, right? Like, you got millions of people that don't know who the fuck Carolyn Divers is, but I have a history. I have a long history, and you could see it online.
And
JD,
Vance's
where's your
wife,
shit?
what part of Asia is Vance's wife from? And
She's
can
not,
she be trusted?
she's like Malaysian, or she's like dark. I thought she was like Indian or something, which is like off Asia, you know. She's dark
Well,
skinned.
I look at it this way. I thought the people that lived next door to me were Chinese, but they're not Chinese. They look Chinese, but they're Uzbekian.
Well, look at Melania. Even in my family, my brother and my grandfather look Asian. They have Asian, but the Mongolians attacked the Ukraine, and that's what happens. It comes out in genes every once in a while. But I don't know. I mean, that's another story for another time. Let us say goodbye. I really didn't. I'm not trying to put my friends down in any way. I'm trying to vent. So let me get that clear. And Trump is a friend of mine too. But it doesn't mean he does everything correctly. It doesn't mean his administration has done everything correctly. It does not mean Elon Musk has absolutely done so many mistakes. I can't, but he's like a beginner to me. How do people think he's a billionaire or trillionaire is beyond me. You buy X and you buy Twitter and you do absolutely shit all with it. Man, in a week I would have had that shit changed. Give me a break, people. Give me a break. Cause you know
Yeah,
what?
I want to see what's going to happen after Trump is inaugurated too, because
I'm gonna
Musk
hold my
claims
temper
that
until then.
Musk claims that he's going to give out everybody's name that's on Ghislaine Maxwell's list and everybody that's on the Diddy list.
We don't need
And we're
him.
not just talking about the 100 that they threw out there that we know are pedos, because that's why Hollywood is in Los Angeles. And instead of the Hollywood sign, they should put up pedo wood.
Right. That's right. But you see, that's what's burning. They're not destroying their evidence because Jamie Lee Curtis being a man is enough evidence. So unless they kill themselves, they're not destroying no evidence. The good guys are destroying the evil, the disgustingness. That's why it makes sense to me that way, Mama. Because you
You know what it is? It's Satan calling back in on his loan.
I like
He
that.
promised when these suckers sold their souls to the devil, okay? They sold their souls to the devil. They became famous, they became rich, they became this, they became that. Now Satan's cashing in. You no use to me no more.
I could agree with that. All right, we're gonna go. And I'm very sorry if I upset anybody. I do care about you guys, but you know, you're talking to somebody that's been doing this for well over 30, close to 35 years. 33, 34 years, not professionally. It's always been a part of me. All right. And then I even tried to get into politics to help. And then I realized how fucking evil it was at the age of like 19, 20. Right?
Well, I'm going to tell you something else too. Trump is still making wrong choices, because you remember when he put Amy Comey Barrett in
Yeah.
for justice?
Yeah.
She ended up fucking him in the ass too.
Yeah.
And there was another one he put in, a guy that screwed him big time. And I'm not talking about the one that
Kavanaugh.
Alyssa
No.
Milano was sitting behind the courtroom in.
Kavanaugh. Yeah. I don't remember
Was
who
It's
else.
not him.
There could be a reason he put them in, but I tend to agree with you. Um, it goes so deep, and the secrets are so tight that even our military probably didn't figure it all out. I could believe that. I didn't think she was a good choice. In fact, I heard that she was related to Biden.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the people were saying that I Biden people, you've totally lost my respect. How do you have Jill as a babysitter sitting on Biden's lap and then him marrying her decades later? No, sorry, no, no. All right, let
Is
us
that
go.
why his wife and daughter died?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
So he could hook up with this skank who supposedly voted for Trump?
He killed his son. He had his son killed. No doubt
No,
in
I'm
my
not
head.
talking about the other one. I'm talking about the wife that died
Oh, I
in a
know.
car accident. He had another daughter, but you
Yeah,
never hear about her.
that might be the one. It might be her. In which case, she might still pretend to be acting for the bad guys. So things like that we have to keep awareness on. But the bad guys are pretty much gone now. They're burning in California at the moment. Okay? Them and their wealth are burning. All right? Let's go. I gotta go because I gotta breathe. Gotta do some yoga or something. I gotta do
Yeah,
something
get
to
that
get
bug
this.
out your ass, girl.
Yeah. I'll go run, jog a bit or something. I'm so sorry, guys. I do love you. And we'll talk soon. Say goodbye, Mama.